Hey guys, welcome to Kitchen Talk with Granna. I'm so glad you guys can come up into the kitchen with me today for just a few minutes. Definitely not going to keep you guys too long today, and we're going to do things a little different today. But before we get started with our conversation for today, you guys know what my routine is. Go ahead, look on down at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead, take care of that thumbs up button. Go ahead, take care of that share button. And if you have not become a follower of Granna, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, okay? All right, so today I'm gonna do things just a little bit different than what I normally do. Try to lighten the mood just a little bit, bring some different stuff to the table and this and that. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? I don't know how many out there is a fan of the show. It's a reality show that's taped right here in my state, my hometown, Huntsville. And I am a big reality show fan. There's several reality shows that I really enjoy watching because it makes me laugh. It puts me in a good mood, especially, you know, with everything that's going on today with all this COVID-19 and being in this pandemic and being closed in and at home and all that. You know, there are some things that you can kind of go to on the TV to kind of just sit your mellow out. Get you a glass of wine and just mellow out for the evening, okay? So Love and Marriage Huntsville is one of those shows. It's just started back coming on in June. It's entertaining. Let me put it that way. It is entertaining. If you guys hadn't seen it, make sure you check it out. It comes on Saturday nights on TV, okay? So the show is taped, like I said, here in Huntsville, Alabama. And it started out, this is season 2, okay? And on season 1, it started out with 3 really powerful families, friends. They was all friends. You know, you had the, you have Mel and Martell Hope. Right now, they're kind of like the main characters of the show. Then you have Kimmy and Maurice Scott. Then you have Letitia and Marcel Scott. Letitia husband and Kimmy husband are brothers. So they all are kind of into the real estate, mostly like commercial real estate and stuff like that. Now Kimmy is a nurse and she's also, you know, a realtor, but she's a nurse. And her husband, Maurice, he's a lawyer. He just became a lawyer and passed his bar and all that. And they showing that on this episode now that's going on, okay? So they started out as, you know, all friends and all that. And by the end of season 1, it had kind of went to the left. You know, the host was against the Scott. Well, mainly Letitia and her husband, Marcel. Okay, so it kind of went to the left, you know. But Melanie definitely brings the drama. You know, she definitely does. You know, Kimmy is kind of like the level-headed one. She's trying to keep everybody kind of on the, you know, in the level and stuff like that. But, and Letitia, she's starting to find herself and get out on her own and be more, you know, vocal and more, you know, just being herself and stuff. So the episode that I just watched last Saturday, I watched the episode. You know, like I said, Melanie and Letitia, they're like going at it right now. They're like just going at it. So Melanie had this event where she's starting her own line of beauty supply, and she invited Kimmy to come to her event, but of course Letitia was not invited. So Letitia just goes on up in there anyway, and Mel has her escorted out and all this, you know, and she gets escorted out of the building. And of course Kimmy is Letitia's sister-in-law, so Kimmy leaves with her. You know, before they leave, they try to talk to Mel. Mel wasn't hearing it, and I kind of agree with Mel on that. You know, this is an event that Mel is having, so you know Letitia knows that they're not seeing eye to eye right now, so she definitely should not have went. You know, I can understand her wanting to go and mend the bridge and all this, but that was definitely the wrong time and wrong place to do that. And she should have kind of known that it was going to go to the left because she wasn't invited, you know. So, you know, that's what happened the previous week, and all that went down, you know. So, the incident that I watched this past Saturday, you know, Melanie is getting ready to plan a birthday party for her kids. She's planning a birthday party. So, you know, before all this went down, like I said, they was friends, they was buddies and all this and that. And of course, so that makes the kids being friends and being around each other all the time. So when she's getting ready to plan this event for her kids, for the host kids, you know, her and Kimmy had a conversation about it. She was telling Kimmy she was getting ready to do this party for her little girl. And Kimmy was like, well, are you gonna invite Tisha? So Mel, you know, talked to Martell about it. He was totally against it. He was like, no, we're not friends. Don't invite them. Kids is kids. They'll get over it. Da, 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 da. Okay. But Mel decided to reach out to Letitia and tell Letitia about the party and invite, you know, put the invite out there for Letitia. But then I was sitting back like, really? Okay, you just threw this girl out of your event a week ago. You just threw her out of your event, had her escorted out. So now you want to think about the kids. Now you want to think about the kids because your daughter wants wants Letitia kid's daughter to come to her party. So now you got to backtrack and, you know, think about the kids and do it for the kids. So she reaches out to Letitia, and Letitia, she's like, hi, Letitia, this is Mel. So Letitia like, okay. So, you know, they had that little discussion. So Letitia has to go and talk to it about her with her husband and ask him what he think about it, and, you know, decide what they want to do with taking the kids to the party. So as Letitia is talking to her husband about it, you know, you got, they had a little party for Kimmy for her birthday. So Kimmy's there. Her husband, Maurice, is there. And, of course, here comes Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda is Letitia's mother. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Miss Wanda needs to take a seat to the left. She needs to sit it on down and let Tisha handle her business, okay? So they're talking about the party, and of course, Miss Wanda's all got her advice into it and all this, and so her and Letitia's husband, Marcel, they don't really get along. I think he tolerates her just because that's his mother-in-law. I don't think he, you know, if him and Letitia wasn't together, that would be it for that. So, you know, Miss Wanda puts her 2 cents into that, and of course she try to go off on Kimmy about the incident at the event that Letitia was escorted out of, you know, and Kimmy had to tell her, hey, you need to slow your roll, you need to back it on up, you know. But I think Miss Wanda needs to sit down somewhere. I think Letitia need to put her mom in place. She needs to check her mom. You know, some situations, you know, Letitia's a grown woman, you know, and I know it's okay. It's okay to talk to your mom about situations. It's okay. I have a daughter. She talks to me about situations. But when she tells me about whatever she needs to vent about, I don't get around that person that she, you know, may need to just vent on a little bit and call it out, or try to, oh, well, you should have did this, and you should have did this. My daughter, da-da-da. No, you don't do that. You know, you give them that room to vent. You be there and have that listening ear to let your kids vent about whatever. But Miss Wanda be trying to run things, honey. She be up in there trying to tell everybody what they should do, what they shouldn't do. You know, she's up in the midst between what's going on with Mel and Letitia, and she's even said things about Mel and you know, and all this and that. You know, leave it between the Mel and Letitia, Martell and Marcel. Leave it between the 4 of them. You know, don't be all up in there. And yeah, Mel mother is also on the show, and she makes appearance and stuff like that. And there was some things said about her that allegedly the Scott put out about her in some videos or something. But she's pretty kind of laid back. I mean, of course, she talks to Mel about those incidents and those situations and stuff, as a mother should, you know. But it's just so funny because I be sitting back looking at Miss Wanda. I'm like, Wanda, come on now, chill out. Even on the reunion, she was all up in there, just did it. I mean, come on, you know, you don't need to be up in that mess. That's just like when your kids get into a little mess, you know, with girlfriends when they're in school and this and that. You don't need to get all up in it, you know. There's times that you need to step back and let them handle their situation. And Tisha is a grown woman, you know. She's finding her voice. She knows how to talk. Let her fight her own battle with Mel. She needs to step back and step out of that. She needs to leave that alone. But then, like I said, getting back to the situation with the kids and stuff, which will be on the next episode coming up. They was talking about, well, you know, letting the kids go to the party and this and that and all that. And that's going to be something else. That's going to be interesting to see how this works, because neither one of the couples are getting along right now. And I mean, it seems more like, I mean, I know Tisha and Melody is having their problems, but Martell and Marcel, they ready to throw punches, honey. They ready to throw some punches, you hear me? But, you know, hopefully it don't get to that point. I think Marcel did go and get a restraining order or something like that against Martell, because he said he threatened him. So it's just so much drama going on this show, and it is so entertaining. And I just be sitting back like, oh my Lord. You know, but I do feel like they should put their difference to the side, you know, when it comes to the kids. Because these kids ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with that situation. They don't have anything to do with that, and they're just kids. And these are really young kids, you know. I think they're like between the age of 8 and down. So these are young kids. They should be able to laugh and play and have a good time with each other and spend that time with each other, because they have made a bond with each other. They have been used to being around each other for all these years, and now your mom and dads, they're into it and butting heads and all that. They ain't got nothing to do with the kids. And you know, so hey, props to Mel for you know being the bigger woman and inviting the Scotts to the birthday party for the children and everything. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, because they were showing little nits and pieces of the next episode where I think Mel and Tisha gonna end up going outside to have a conversation. And of course Martell, he's over here, he's not even talking to Marcel and all this and that. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how this episode. I'm going to tell y'all what they need to do. They need to get me to come on every week after the episode and sit down and have a conversation. I need to be the next Annie Cohen, okay? I need to be sitting down with Love and Marriage every week and letting them talk, get it out there, you know. And I would love to have that one-on-one with Miss Wanda, because I do believe she needs to step back. She needs to take a few steps back and let Letitia handle her business, okay? But, you know, guys, support it. You know, support the show just as you would any other of these reality shows. Basketball Wife, Housewives, and, you know, and all that. Support them just like you do those shows, you know. And then they have places on their internet where you can go on there and leave reviews or whatever you think about it and stuff like that. But, yeah, just, if you haven't seen it, you know, take a Saturday and sit back and watch it and see what you think about it, okay? All right, so that's my little hits and bits and all little pieces in here and there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I am excited about it. I hope that it becomes a long-running reality show. You know, it does show some good parts, the best parts of Huntsville. It shows all that. Huntsville is a great place to be living. But, you know, show your support. Go out and watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Come on Saturday nights on TV, okay? All right, guys, before we get out of here, make sure you're being safe. Make sure you're wearing your mask. Make sure you're being kind to everybody. And have a great, great day. Catch you guys next time around.